Before the first shout, the island already knows our names and weighs our chances. We breathe stone and discipline, trading daylight for orders carved into darkness. Hold your fire, hold your fear, bleed them slowly, live as long as duty. Our tools sing a cruel lullaby, promising shelter and a narrow tomorrow. Rations count days like rosary beads, each swallowed prayer smaller than yesterday. Mother, the island smells of storms. I hide my fear beneath respectful ink. Thunder rehearses our funerals, rehearsing them well, as if for perfection. We count seconds by falling grit, measuring life in the language of collapse. Fire sniffs our hiding places, learning the routes we pray it forgets. Live fiercely, die wisely, trading impulse for patience and noise for knives. Across the water, strangers bring their sons, daring our night to surrender. This ground drinks sweat without thanks, waiting to drink something warmer soon. The mountain exhales black prayers, each breath a memory of living earth. We practice small mercies under large disasters, forcing tenderness through pain. They ride toward a myth, learning quickly how real stones argue truth. The beach eats courage, slowly at first, then with terrible appetite. We speak at last, letting iron syllables finish our quiet sentences. Measured words escort fear, marching it backward, step by disciplined step. Angles, range, wind, arithmetic tightens until only consequence remains. The sea answers our defiance, writing its reply across volcanic shoulders. Directions become confessions when every path arrives at the same horizon. Message carried in ribs and breath. Hold, hold, hold in silence. Heat negotiates quickly, demanding surrender from air, skin, and memory. Even in smoke, we choose who we are and who we save. The island spits its teeth, refusing to smile for any conqueror. We move by inches, paying each one with names and breath. The earth reports honestly. My pulse answers with shrinking possibilities. Speak quickly. Words grow old between echoes in these catacombs. Every object left behind becomes a witness, stubborn and uncertain. We decorate death's waiting room with life, hoping it shows reluctant respect. In war, punctuation is a bullet, deciding where sentences end. Doors close forever. Behind them, silence learns our complicated language. We inherit the night, though it burns our lungs for payment. Water becomes a ceremony, brief, holy, absolutely unexaggerated. Breath itself becomes enemy soil. We dig for oxygen between explosions. Even the air tries to answer, but cannot carry our weight. Darkness argues loudly, insisting every shape wants your final heartbeat. Sweetness survives siege, a small rebellion against the grand arithmetic. We unwrite their labyrinth, erasing corridors with patient thunder. Hope weighs almost nothing. Still, it anchors us to gentler shores. Up is a hard country. We conquer it with ragged faith. Even ruins throw stones when they remember former shapes and vows. A square of fabric claims sky. The ground argues without agreeing. Symbols travel far. Their shadows reach into our quiet, unbeating rooms. Economy of blood, not hope. Make our days longer and sharper. Hands learn steadiness from necessity when mercy runs out of time. The island rearranges sentences, burying verbs that once walked proudly. Home is heavier underground. It sits behind the tongue, unmoving. Steps count like beads. We pray not to wake the sleeping guns. Noise selects its heirs. Only echoes remain to tell lineage. Order returns as rows, each name a line of unfinished text. Smoke draws circles where maps insist on straight, unforgiving lines. Gravity claims its due, collecting interest in splinters and trapped breath. Life continues rude and busy, ignoring our grand negotiations. Rank kneels to courage. Even generals become small before suffering. Wings deliver verdicts. The ground records every syllable without protest. When vision fails, memory oils the mechanism and steadies resolve. Water speaks in patience, reminding muscle to unclench, mind to return. Gods accept cramped offerings, reverent and small, like our remaining hours. Air betrays us, lungs revolt. We relocate the argument deeper. We carve doors where none belong, and step through with guarded hope. Music, brief and brave, drowns beneath the alphabet of explosions. Prayer threads through gauze, stitching two kinds of healing together. Names rise like smoke, searching ceilings that never open to heaven. Progress sounds like boots, then silence, then a new order spoken. The plan remains immaculate. The world refuses to cooperate with dignity. The earth keeps its own rituals, indifferent to uniforms and flags. Human breath recognizes itself, even when words wear different uniforms. Salvation glitters out there, while we negotiate with this hungry stone. Commands grow shorter as destinies grow long and unavoidable. We step away from the past, letting fire translate our intentions. Music tastes like home, even when air tastes of powdered rock. Artificial daylight writes harsh margins around secrets we cannot keep. Maps wash away. Muscle memory shoulders the burden in their place. We agree upon the end, promising to spend it without waste. When exits die, we manufacture smaller exits, calling them hope. War borrows crayons from children, returning only broken stubs and noise. Steel listens to hands, learning the conversation between fear and duty. The island loses another secret, gaining another grave in exchange. He treats the living and the remembered with equal careful hands. Words die cleanly in fire when mouths cannot hold them longer. For one breath, war forgets itself, and water remembers everything. Victory smells of gasoline and paperwork, never as sweet as promised. Let the waves carry this, since messengers have forgotten our doors. We spend ourselves carefully, as if death made change for courage. Noise takes our names quickly, and returns only brief, shining outlines. We hold because our legs remember drills, not because hearts agree. I asked you for shelter. You gave me time and witness. Morning counts us honestly, untroubled by rank, flag, or intention. Paper offers paths our vows forbid. We fold them into silence. Thirst disciplines everyone equally, writing treaties across cracked mouths. Recognition is painful. It reduces myths to ordinary frightened breathing. Decisions finish in darkness when sunlight refuses to share the burden.